Here is a hoop. I have here a hoop, and I could support it by an axis about one edge, and I could let it oscillate in a vertical plane. I could let it oscillate in a vertical plane. Does it not have a certain period? Of course. It therefore has an equivalent simple pendulum. And how long is the equivalent simple pendulum? It is a marvelous thing to discover, but the equivalent simple pendulum has a length equal to the diameter of the hoop. So if you put a simple pendulum up here, which has this diameter, this length, they would keep in phase. Finally, how about a disc? Oh, a disc. Here is a uniform circular plate. And could I not support it on an axis in the manner as before and let it swing in its own plane? Supposing, well, I better draw a new picture. We are talking about a circular disc, a uniform circular plate, and I oscillated about one edge. What is the equivalent simple pendulum? Strangely enough, the equivalent simple pendulum is 3/4 of the diameter, a matter which you can explore by making some of these things yourself. Now, in addition to simple pendula, that's a bob on a string, and physical pendula, which are bodies of any shape, like rods and discs and hoops and the like, there are many other oscillating devices. Consider, for example, a spring. Here is a beautiful spring, nicely wound, so long when unloaded. I put a load on it, and I call your attention to the beautiful motion which it executes. That has a certain period in terms of the property of the spring. Now supposing I put a heavier load on it, a heavier load. Watch it. And I say that's a beautiful motion to experience, to witness. And now, the question, a beautiful question. Here is a spring of certain length and so stiff. Here is an identical spring which is only half as long. The question which arises is this. If the motion of this pendulum is so much with a certain load, what would be the motion of half the spring with the same load? And it is a wonderful thing to discover that it has, well, I'm not going to say. I'll leave it as something for you to explore, because I think it has much more virtue to leave some questions unanswered for you to explore than to just give you the answer. So I suggest you get a spring, indeed 2 springs, and explore their motions when one is twice as long as the other. And indeed you will notice that I have coupled springs in different ways, suggesting that their periodic motions depend upon how they are coupled.